massive day for the unemployed. FaZe Clan is over. FaZe Clan drama explained. Temperrr versus Rain allegations. So what the hell happened between these two 30-year-old mad children? Yeah, so FaZe Rain called Temperrr a pedophile.
This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had a threesome with two 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that? I'm not gonna be on a team with a pedophile. I'm not gonna be on a team with a pedophile. I just refuse to. You know what I mean? He has to own up to that shit. I'm not even saying publicly, but within us. And just be 100, bro. Just be like, bro. And he did admit to it on the call, by the way.
To us, this is crazy, but the FaZe Clan, it's an average Tuesday. You know, just own up to it. We'll forgive ya.
Banks is acting like it's news to him, but again, he can deny it all he wants. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Just look at this dude. If an Indian scam center calls FaZe Banks, the call will end with them being scammed. Before the accused even had time to make his video, Banks came out with a 9-minute response.
First thing I'm going to say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out.
The FaZe member Rain is referring to in that clip is Tommy. I know this because of a phone call we had between myself, Tommy, Apex, and Rain. To be clear, Tommy denied any wrongdoing and no conclusion was came to on that call. This all stems from a conversation that Norden and Tommy had between themselves one-on-one years prior. I'm sorry, if you're a FaZe fan in Big 2025, you're either like 13 years old or mentally handicapped. I feel horrible, man. I wish it never happened. I'm sorry I didn't speak out sooner, but I hope you can understand that it's hard. I loved this guy. I was a huge fan of him growing up. I didn't know what to do. Part of the reason I left FaZe was because of it. I couldn't be side by side with someone who did something like that. I wanted to speak, but just felt so bad, and eventually I just couldn't take it anymore. Love you whether you understand me or not. Pushing 40 and saying I love you to strangers on the internet is crazy work. Like, I don't know any of you, but I do like donations and money and subscribers and views. Anyway, Temperrr, the accused, actually replied himself.
One day I go to New York, and I go to this club that's 21 plus. And I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
Like, I don't even have to sit here and justify this age gap like Sneeko or something, being like, oh, it's okay in Saudi Arabia.
So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia...
I feel like that's a pretty big detail that Rain omitted there. The junkie FaZe Rain made it sound like this dude was straight up on the flight logs, but this guy met the girl in a nightclub, so yes, that does in fact change things.
I didn't even want to bring this up, Banks. I did it. I didn't even want to bring your name up in this, bro, but you made that video.
Dare I say Freudian slip. Banks was real scared. Bro is literally 40 doing this stuff. He's Tectone's age.
You lied in that video. You're making shit up. Bro, even that tweet that you posted under, I screenshotted in case you deleted because I just don't trust you, bro.
Trust FaZe Banks or Draw 25. Rug and Jev are like the only decent OG FaZe members.
This is so bad. He said he's gonna kill himself if this shit ever comes out, and that's why I feel extra fucking bad, bro.
Hey, to add a little more context, FaZe Temperrr is currently a dad, and he came out as well with a couple of responses, and we'll check those out thoroughly.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this, and that my name is in the same breath as the word pedophile, is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me, and I will never be that person. It's so mind-blowing that someone that I really built a brotherhood with, someone that I really considered a brother, that I invited to my baby shower, that I always looked after and took care, and then when you were going through your darkest days, I was there for you, and I was making sure that you were good.
I'm sorry, but FaZe Clan is so corny. If you think your homeboy's a pred, you should probably hit the police instead of, you know, putting it on Twitter to talk and get some attention. Anyway, some funny DMs leaked of Temperrr from like 2012. Kid, you hang out with 16-year-old girls. Stop acting like a hard ass, you fucking pedophile. Mind your own business. What if I like being a pedo? Lol, JK, man, pets are pussies. I'm just a rape.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Albeit, it was 2012, and ironically, funnily enough, some messages leaked of FaZe Rain being weird as well. Adapt sister, though. I think the oldest sister he has is 10, you creepy f***. In my mind, she'll always be 12.
Something to say about the Tommy situation because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit because originally it was two 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything. And you never said that, not once. Literally not once. This is news to me that you didn't know, okay?
Does he know?
And I'm not trying to make it about myself in any way, shape, or form. By the way, I don't want anything out of this. I love my life.
Who are you trying to convince, though? Us or yourself? Like, you love your life. Cool. I feel like that doesn't need to be stated.
I'm trying to make it about me, even though I know me saying it's not fair to me makes it sound like it's about me. But I don't mean it like that.
Sure, buddy.
People still run on that drugs, and I was a pussy trying to myself, acting like I enjoy recreational drug use. You're an idiot. I work out every single day. I take care of my dogs every single day. I stream every single day. I work on every single day. Trust me, bro. I love who the I am. I love everything I've overcome.
Bro is throwing around some super serious, life-shattering allegations and talks about himself and his drug use and how much he loves his life right after. You cannot make it up.
Brother, I have known you since you were 14 years old.
Okay, maybe not say that considering of what he's accusing you of.
You don't even understand the levels of damage that you just inflicted into my life, into my family's life.
This you? She was 13 turning 14 soon, so she pretty much 15, but 15 is the new 60. 79! Yesterday, I watched someone I once called a brother go online, call me a pred, and laugh about it. Today, I was cut off the roster. Watching someone I once trusted turn something that serious into entertainment is evil. This isn't content. These lies have real consequences for me, my family, and my son. And instead of a call or text, I was just cut off the roster today. No conversation. And just did, he posted, "I'm glad we could agree I don't deserve the label. Thanks for the apology, I guess. Thanks for ruining my life." Showing a video that Rain posted and ended up deleting.
But I do want to say this. I want to first and foremost retract the statement that I called him a because that wasn't fair to do when they supposedly did not know this girl's age. I've known Tommy for 15 years. It's not like he ever went around preying on young girls or telling me he likes young girls or any of these things. So that's why I was such a shock when he told me what he told me. He just never told me that he didn't know their ages. If he did, it'd be a whole different story.
Then ask him. This guy's supposed to be your friend, you know? Ask him for some details. You hands down accused this guy of, like, the most serious crime in the world, aside from, you know, like, being a Kai Cenat fan.
Whole different story if he didn't know their ages, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I never would have felt as deep about it as I did. And I never would have wanted him to step down in 2023 if he didn't know their ages. I thought he did know their ages. And then even when we talked about it after, he didn't say he didn't know their ages. And I don't know why. Sometimes, and also I've known him, and then also with Emma bringing it up, he just sometimes sells the fucking bag. He just sells the bag when it comes to delivering all the right information. You know what I mean? He doesn't say it all the right way. You know, maybe he was frantic and just didn't know what to say or do, so he just withheld that information, which I don't think he realized would have not made me look at him in that light if he was truly ignorant to the fact that they were under 18.
Who even needs enemies when you got friends like Rain? Like, god damn, bro stabbed him in the back pretty much. And then he deleted the video for some reason.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he knew that, it would be a whole different story. If I knew that, it would be a whole different story. So I do apologize for that. I do want to retract that label because that label is so evil. Had no fucking idea. And they were latching from a girl who snuck into a club that was 21 plus and got with a guy who was older. Not known.
Girls get their reality TV garbage like Love Island, and this is what we get as men. We gotta step up the production value here. Whoa, breaking news. Alleged streamer FaZe Lacy had his opinion on the matter.
FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, FaZe Temperrr, do this, do that. Stop putting FaZe in front of people's names who aren't FaZe. So I'm tired of this falling onto us and our name getting dragged down and all the work we've put in to build our group up to what it is right now because of old shit that we had nothing to do with.
Guy is genuinely so stupid he can't not be playing a character. You know what I mean? That's kind of what happens when you join a freaking team or an organization. You gotta deal with the baggage. You joined the team and signed the contract despite their reputation, and you gotta deal with the consequences. But I don't blame you too much. FaZe Banks is like the greatest con man in history.
I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17. And that's the age of consent in New York.
Bro knows off the top of his head, but like, why would you even mention that?
But regardless, I was sick to my stomach. It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation.
The girl is also kind of retarded for like going to a club like that and not disclosing her age when it's sort of implied she's 21 if she's in a space like that.
So I this is something that is going to follow me around forever. And it's just sick because people on the internet will take things and twist it into something that it isn't and just keep running with it.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel bad for this dude. If this is indeed the case and he didn't know about her age and found out after, this kind of just shows that his friends are huge pieces of shit.
100 people in my mentions like, yo, you a pedophile, dog? Nah, no shot. Not about to just like stay quiet. I've been too quiet for too long.
Please, for the love of God, just keep it that way. Even the virgins on Reddit are calling out Rain. Every single time I see FaZe Rain go viral on my Twitter feed, it's a video of him saying, I'm gonna expose everything. I've been quiet for too long. There's so much shit I haven't said. I've been over LMAO. Man, FaZe Clan. All my homies hate FaZe Clan. And I don't mean individuals. People like Jason are cool, and honestly, Adapt is a funny guy too. FaZe Clan used to be about gaming, and now it's like drama for prepubescent teenagers. You ruined your own life, to be fair. Even if you're at a club, you're pushing 30 with the online presence you have, you should be asking for the age regardless. Who goes to a club bar that's 21 plus and asks everyone's age? Even if you do ask, how do you know they aren't lying about their age? It's not even like a crazy assumption to make that if somebody lies to get into the club, they'll probably lie about their age if you ask them outright. So like, weird argument. Very unfortunate situation, and honestly the only reason I'm somewhat leaning towards Temperrr's side is because Rain started to post random things, then retracted his apology, deleted it. It's just coming off as incoherent. But something that is coherent is that Lacy most likely view bots and that FaZe Banks is 40 and should get off the internet forever.